Another massive payrolls report. Just the first question, Larry. Do you think people continue to underestimate the amount of slack in this labour market?
Well, estimating the amount of slack, I think people continue to underestimate the strength of the economy overall. More people are working and prospering. And by the way, it's not inflationary, okay? And productivity is rising. And the policies of lower tax rates and deregulation and energy and trade reform are working. We are sticking with our 3% economic growth rate. Profits are doing well. It's an odd thing. I don't know why people feel compelled to be so pessimistic when, in fact, the numbers are coming in so well. And you see this again in the payrolls today. It's pretty much across the board. And, I think the United States, as the president tweeted this morning, we are the hottest economy in the world, and we're proud of it.
Larry, you know Wall Street as well as anyone. I think there's this belief that it's gone on for so long now that it must be late cycle, so we must be close to the end of the cycle. We've had a record 100 straight months of payrolls growth in America. What underpins the belief, the conviction, Larry, that this can go on a whole lot longer?
It's interesting on that point. If you take a look at these jobs numbers and wage numbers, you see a kind of demarcation beginning in late 2017, which is when the tax cut and reform bill was passed. For the following year or so, slightly more, employment growth picks up and wage growth picks up. So when the policies kicked in, it's almost like a second cycle, okay? That's the way I would describe it, a second cycle. And again, the prosperity seems to be spreading. You and I have talked about this in the past.
Yeah.
One of the best parts of this whole story is the recovery of blue-collar, hard-hat kinds of workers, Main Street American workers, in manufacturing and autos and other industries that many people had written off years ago. The employment gains among blue-collar workers are the best since the 80s. The wage increases are actually faster than the white collars, not higher wages, but mind you, faster increases in wages. These are wonderful things. And by the by, I want to add, I guess we'll get to the China trade talks in a moment. We're seeing with USMCA and hopefully with China, our farm sector is going to probably take off now that export markets are opening up in a number of areas. So I'm very optimistic. I like the story. I like the balance. And I like the inside of the story. And it's like almost a DMZ line beginning in late 2017.